Hello, what is up guys? My name is Azeem Banatwalla and welcome to Throw In, which is an interactive fun chat show about the English Premier League on the Insider.in app. Throw In, fun fact, is also Rory Delap's favorite pastime in life and Tony Pulis's winning strategy with Stoke City. And today we're talking about what's going to happen tomorrow, the final match day. We're talking about this entire season and we're looking forward to next season as well. And to talk about that today, we've got Simab from LFC Mumbai, we've got Shreyas from Manchester City Mumbai, and we've got Sahil from MUSCM. He's the Ed Woodward of the Manchester United fan club and he's the guy to annoy if you want to get tickets for Manchester United matches. And so we're going to involve you guys in the conversation as always with this. So there's going to be a few poll questions that will pop up on your screen and please vote for those because that drives where our conversation goes and the stuff that we're going to talk about. And at the end of the show, there's going to be two predictive poll questions where we're going to ask you questions to predict something that's going to happen. And if you win that, you get 50 bucks on Insider.in stash and 10 lucky winners will win a Premier League jersey or a football jersey of your choice, but within reason. Don't say like FC Midtjylland or whatever because and we also have like a small internal bet going about whether this ball is going to remain on the table for the entirety of this show. But so I think the wager is that if the ball falls off, then Liverpool win the title. And if not, then
there are 3 people predicting.
See, there's already like everyone has vested interest.
Us against the rest of the country.
Okay, so guys, it's been a great season so far, especially the last couple of months. Just relentless. Must be like proper, like heart pounding, like blood pressure and all.
I mean, you can barely breathe. I mean, you know, with the way the results are going on, the way the games have been going on, it's just crazy in both from Liverpool and City. It's been madness.
Just nuts, man. City, you guys had that crazy company goal last week.
That was a screamer. I can still not breathe after the goal.
Yeah, that was amazing. So I was watching on Twitter, there was this one video that was being shared just as the ball's going in. Yeah. There's one guy who's just exiting the stand to get a drink.
Poor guy.
Like, poor guy, dude. Imagine his life.
The funniest thing is all the players were telling him not to shoot. Like, Aguero goes to Beta said he was wanting him not to shoot.
Even in my mind, I was like, please don't shoot.
Yeah, I was like, are you serious? Please, aukat mein raho yaar. Please, you're 33. Like he hadn't taken a shot outside the box in like 6 years.
He's never scored from outside the D.
But not even taken a shot.
One for Belgium, but never for ManCity.
Yeah. And honestly, I think that if Liverpool win the title, and it's a big if, then on the bus, you should have Pickford and Lloris with you.
No, and a statue of Origi in the center.
Okay, but before we get into
the bus will be offside.
Yeah. Yes, and Ole will not be at the wheel.
We'll come off.
Yes, we'll get to that in a bit. But before we get into chatting about the title and all of that, we've had some crazy Champions League comebacks, right? It's just been absolutely nuts. So for the audience at this point, we want to ask you guys, which was your favorite Champions League comeback of the last few weeks? And we had so many, right? We had Spurs against City, which was, I mean, that was heartbreaking.
Let's not talk about
it.
it.
That was like Game of Thrones moment, right? Night King getting stabbed by Varya.
And Sterling's face, priceless.
Oh, that was just priceless. And just the celebrations and all of that. And I tuned in at 90+3. I was about to go to sleep, then I remembered that match hai, and I was like, shit, 3-2 after tune in, and I saw that goal go. I just saw that moment of the match. And of course, dude, Barca, Liverpool.
See, we come from PhD of comebacks as far as the Champions League is concerned. I mean, from Istanbul to now. But honestly, if you ask me, this was not expected. I was going for a thrashing. I was like, they're going to go all out.
Yeah, that's what everyone said.
Everyone
was like, there's no way Barca can not score the away goal.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think even Klopp believed in the team that much.
It was just, and they must be like Ousmane Dembele must be kicking himself right now. That last goal, and it's happening. Like he missed that, then he got injured for the season. Now it's done. It's like the season and of course, there was our United PSG.
Definitely a good game.
Hagne se yaad hai, United PSG.
Yes,
that was a good game.
Yeah, that everyone hung out equally. But yeah, but let's that was good. And of course, we had Spurs against Ajax, which again I was hoping, like I had put my prediction online saying Ajax is going to beat Liverpool, but clearly not. Let's see what you guys think, man. And yeah, everyone I think pretty much unanimously agrees that Liverpool Barcelona was something else, man.
Paul says City is irrelevant, so
yes,
that wasn't a comeback to be honest.
If not a comeback, then what was it? Well, it was a comeback for Spurs.
Yeah.
After the Llorente goal, we had to come back.
I mean, the City had to come back to Manchester.
Fair enough. All right, so moving on, we're talking about tomorrow now, and it's going to be City versus Brighton, Liverpool versus Wolves. What do you think is going to happen, man?
I don't mind. City were going for the quadruple, but at least they got the treble, right? I mean, UEFA, FIFA, everyone's investigating you all.
It'll be a quadruple because they won the Community Shield as well.
Yeah,
listen, what is this Mickey Mouse Cup here?
Big trophy.
You remember United's treble, which is the Mickey Mouse treble?
We got one of those 2001 Liverpool Mickey Mouse treble.
Yeah, so shit, you all had 2001. It's taken how many years since then to get back to like the actual
18 years,
18 years.
And now the shithole.
United.
Now the shithole is waiting for you all to fill it up, so it's okay.
It's karma coming back to you.
But what do you think? Brighton, any chance that they're going to drop points?
I think whatever is जो भी होगा वो हम करेंगे, वो कुछ नहीं करेंगे. So if we are losing, if we are drawing, it's us. But I think in the end we'll come back. We never do it the easy way.
Yeah, that's true. You all learned from the guys across the road only. Yeah. But honestly, stranger things have happened. No? Like you remember, I remember this one season where Spurs were like banged on certain 4th place, and then 5 players get food poisoning. Yeah. So I don't know, maybe the kitchen staff at Brighton, you need to keep an eye on them for a little while.
I mean, it's the captain's last game. Do it for Bruno, guys. Do it for Bruno.
Do it for Bruno. Yeah, that's actually trending on Twitter. But it's amazing, right? There's not a single team that has defended the title successfully in 10 years.
Yeah, I mean, since there's no Fergie around, right? He was the master of the Premier League.
I think now we're starting to realize just how good Ferguson was. Because like he wasn't just a manager, he was also like that sporting director that
he was the driving
need.
Force behind the success what Manchester United is. So definitely.
Yeah, but just Liverpool, man. This season it's been relentless. And considering like you look at City, they have bench strength. They have like
Sheikh ka paisa.
Yeah, like it's a $1 billion
team.
But Liverpool, without having much of a bench to go to, really.
I mean, considering we sold our best player, arguably our best player last season, come back from that and then compete on 2 fronts. I mean, more importantly, like, you know, I think right now, I mean, of course, I don't consider the Carling Cup or the FA Cup to be too much right now, but the Champions League and the Premier League to be competing is just great.
But doing it back to back, 2 seasons above 90 points is just amazing.
Oh, that's crazy. Imagine losing the title on 95
with
or 96
the points that we have. I mean, it's going to be...
do you think, has anyone ever lost a title with those?
Never.
Right?
It's going to be the 3rd highest tally of 97.
I think in the Premier League, you would have only not won the league twice in all the years of the Premier League.
Yeah, and it's really, let's have a moment for Manchester United right now. We're the only club that has nothing to look forward to. Like, we are looking forward to the last game, saying, abhi academy players dekhne mein. That is all we are looking forward to.
Tomorrow's results doesn't really matter to us now.
Yeah, because you got Arsenal, Chelsea playing the Europa the final. You got Spurs and Liverpool in the final in the Champions League. These guys are going to be playing a cup final.
But who knows? You might have a toothpaste sponsor.
Yeah, that's really. At the end of the day, isn't that really what matters, guys?
That's all.
It's all about match dikhayenge bhi nahi.
Oh yeah, I'll have to watch it on Hotstar. Oh god, it's terrible.
यहाँ पे play live करेंगे ना हम आपके लिए अगले season से.
All right, so
but still you will have no players to see or no fans to see the game for.
Okay, cool.
Very.
It's okay. Let's not get bitter.
Let's get into newer jokes.
Okay, so let's talk about this season. And honestly, it's like I think it's an organic way to bring this up. It's been a disappointing season for United and quite a few teams. So let's ask you guys, which team do you think was the biggest disappointment of this season? For us, I think it's fairly clear it was United. That was a very big disappointment. What do you guys think? Fulham, like they came into the season and everyone was like, oh, they've got the manager, they've got the players.
They signed a lot of players. I think they have been the biggest disappointment for me this season. I wasn't expecting anything from United anyway. So,
shots fired.
Win 20 and you'll come to know what's the expectation.
Yeah, because I mean, they were just individuals. Yeah. But not playing like a team, right?
Sasta Madrid basically.
It's basically, you needed to have like, there's no like chemistry, no dynamic. There was no friendship amongst the players and like you would have expected.
There was no Don in the dressing room.
Yeah, that's true. I was hoping like they would be friends because then the striker's called Mitrovic.
Yeah.
Oh god, Punjabi guys. A joke I've always wanted to make my entire life. And yeah, let's see how you guys have voted. Yep, Manchester United biggest disappointment.
Especially after Ole came in, we expected you all to like rock.
Yeah, everyone expected.
But I think it just went
down in a way. It was a good start with Ole.
What do you think about Ole? Where did it go wrong for him?
I think still the dressing room. I really don't want to blame Ole. It's just like 20 games in. But dressing room really needs to pick themselves up. They don't have a leader in it.
Yeah, and
I don't think it went wrong anywhere. It's just a reality check.
No, I also think it's years of going wrong. I don't think it's just this one season. I think it's years.
When Mourinho came out and said that taking this team to second was my biggest achievement, we were all laughing at that time. And now we're looking at it like, second with this team is
it's a good thing.
Quite difficult. Seriously difficult. And what we're on how many? 2 wins in the last 8 games?
Yes, 2.
That's really sad.
Very bad.
And Everton took you apart. I mean, that was
Everton
really embarrassing.
Humiliation.
Horrible. So, on that note, and this is a question for the audience as well as Sahil, and we'd all love to hear your views on this. Which Manchester United player needs to be sold ASAP? Who have been the biggest disappointments for you at United?
I think
पहले सैंचेज ने पियानो बजाया फिर तुम लोग का बजाया.
ये क्वेश्चन ही गलत है. Sold. I don't think इन तीनों को कोई भी खरीदेगा.
That's the thing. Like Sanchez.
You were pissing about Sanchez. Please
we
come
were
to
not.
us.
We were
but
so.
he did come to you.
Thank you for
so
taking him.
So you can be sole losers in a way. But
Keep
Sanchez has been. Sanchez should be sold. It's too much money.
Yeah, but who's going to get him? Like, honestly, I tried to sell Sanchez in my football manager game. And for 1.5 seasons, nobody bought him there. He went to MLS finally because...
Not even Mohan Bagan.
And imagine we sold Markovic.
Oh, wow. Markovic.
We sold Jack Rodwell for 14 million.
You all bought Jack Rodwell.
That's the choke of the club.
Selling him was tough.
Alright, what do you guys think, man? Let's see who needs to go from United. Sanchez, fairly obvious. Although Ashley Young, that's the thing with him, right? He blows hot and cold. Sometimes he has just absolute nightmare games.
Plays in the wrong position. He's a winger. He's playing a wing back.
I think his best position is on the bench.
I think his best position is probably out of the club, maybe though. But
fair enough.
Are we allowed to discuss positions here?
Fair enough. So, who do you guys think for this season were like? We had a couple of teams that punched above their weight. Like Wolves, I think, had a fantastic season.
Wow. The Portuguese mafia really did it for them this time. Like Patricio, almost tore away his contract and came and signed for Wolves.
Wait, what happened over there? I wasn't aware of it. Where was he earlier?
He bought his out his contract.
Oh, he bought his.
He bought basically what Coutinho kind of tried to do, but he couldn't because itni औकात nahi thi. But उसने किया Patricio, and then they came and just changed the team. I mean, the manager leading from the front, all the players. I mean, right from João Moutinho to Neves, it's just brilliant what they've done this season.
Yeah, and they're playing good quality, attractive football. Like tactically also, and honestly, I mean, you can't really talk about like Wolves beating. Our TV is on.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
This is
nice. That's probably
this was part of the plan. So guys, what do you guys think? So do you think Ashley Young needs to be sold? They're like, wow.
I think he's doing a good job on the right seat. But I think Wolves, what they've done this season is they've beaten all the four finalists of the European all the 4 European finalists.
No,
and
then
they
in
the
FA Cup.
Yeah. So that's our biggest hope on Sunday, tomorrow as well.
And you look at United who've lost to relegated teams.
Yeah. Wolves did really good though.
Wolves did good.
The draw at Huddersfield was like banter. Okay, I was like, who draws at
Huddersfield के साथ कौन draw करता है? मजाक है.
The team has just given up in a way, maybe.
थोड़ा YOLO वाला feel है. Okay, ये भी कर लेते हैं यार. इतना खराब.
They're like, I mean, let's whatever records. See, we can't get good records this season. Let's break bad records this time. Why not? And who do you guys think are standout players were for you this season?
I mean, just not for me, for the players of the league also. Virgil van Dijk has been a beast. I mean, to win the PFA, the last defender to win that was John Terry, I think.
Yeah.
I think he's just been legendary this season.
Yeah.
I mean, 75 million is looking like just like a simple deal.
Yeah, actually, and 75 million is a lot of money, but it makes it look like it's
in retrospect. I mean, you look at the team. I mean, I could play centre back neck to him now.
No, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Listen, Matip isn't that bad, right?
Talk about Lovren.
Okay, fair enough. But while we're discussing this, let's ask you guys, who do you think has been the best player in the league this season? Obviously you have the likes of Salah, you got Hazard, Van Dijk. Bernardo, what do you guys think of Bernardo's season?
I mean, for me personally, he was the player of the season. He has done everything. His work rate, he's played all positions. He's wherever Pep wanted him to play, he's just outshone everyone. He's been man of the matches in most of our big games.
Yeah.
What a player! Like,
and
what a wonderful player.
Considering you've been without De Bruyne for like most of the season, you barely came to know.
No one felt it. I mean, off from David Silva, no De Bruyne, playing out of position. He's a winger traditionally.
Yeah. He has more tackles and interceptions than Van Dijk. And if you talk about money, he was 37 million. What a bargain! Wow.
It's crazy. Maybe yeah,
City should not be
start.
talking about money anymore. So.
It's okay, Sahil, it's all right. It's all right. Breathe, Sahil. It will be okay. It will be
We'll go
okay.
out for a drink after this. Don't worry.
All right, let's see how you guys have voted for the player of the season. Virgil van Dijk, the players player of the season, and the fans player of the season also. And yeah, I think he deserves it. Yeah. And he's a very like I think Dutch football is seeing a big resurgence now after losing out on
Van Dijk. Delete.
De Ligt, you got De Jong.
Depay, Memphis is coming back into form after almost ruined his
career.
career.
We have a buyback on Depay.
We do.
We all do?
Get him back, okay.
Yeah, we'll get him back and ruin his career again. Okay, let's talk managers, man. We've got a lot of top managers in the league. Some who didn't do as well as we expected to. Some obviously you have the likes of the top four. And we'll ask you guys as well. Who was your best manager of this season? You had obviously there's the usual suspects, your Klopps, your Guardiolas. What do you think went wrong? Like, do you think Mourinho completely lost the plot at United, or was it just...
He lost the dressing room, honestly.
But you could argue that the performances since we knocked out PSG and Ole got the job permanently,
have been disappointing.
As bad, if not worse, than under Mourinho.
I wouldn't say they were worse than Mourinho. Mourinho is not playing very flaccid style of football. Ole is playing at least a better one.
Sure.
It's going to take time, definitely.
Right. And we had guys like, Pellegrini had like an okay season if you look at it like in terms of West Ham, still bottom half.
No, I think of course Klopp and Pep are the obvious ones here, but I think Pochettino's had a great season.
Yeah, considering
if you see no investment, and he had Harry Kane injured for most. Harry Kane injured during bits of the season. You know, all top four players, Dele Alli, Eriksen, Son, and Kane have only played 10 games together.
I
mean that's a great start if you look at the way they've performed.
Yeah, and Son, when you think about it, like he could have been in the army right now.
Yeah, I mean, he would have not scored that goal.
Asian Cup. So yeah, let's have a look at what you guys think. Managers, I think this will be interesting. Klopp, I'm not sure I agree with that entirely.
I would go for Santo.
I agree. Cheers.
I would have gone for
Santo though, because
like he's just a tactical master.
Won the promotion. Signed couple of players. I know Patricio had a different thing.
Looks like a gangster.
Still played.
Looks like a gangster.
But he played well. He's defeated all the teams in the top. So
yeah, we were talking about that, right? He's defeated the top four teams.
Top 4 teams.
Yeah.
I mean, all 6 actually.
No, he didn't defeat City, but he's defeated all 4 teams that are playing in the
cup
finals.
So,
no, but if a couple of good signings, maybe could challenge for top 4 next season.
Yeah, actually, with the way you write it up playing.
Oh, come on.
No, what are we looking at signing? We're looking at signing championship players for next season. We've got a guy from Swansea, Daniel James.
This is like karma. It's like basically all are becoming Liverpool slowly and steadily. You know, United are becoming what they all hated. They're buying like City. You know, they're changing managers like Chelsea. They're aiming for top 4 like Arsenal. Talking about history like Liverpool. It's like everything you're hating is becoming.
I think we need to end the show now.
This is
Cheers.
See, this is what's happened, guys.
They've united everyone else. That's what United are.
We've had some good young talent coming through this season as well, and we'll discuss it. And let's ask you guys, who is your best breakout player for this season? There's been quite a few interesting ones. For me, I think the guy that really stood out was Ruben Neves. And I didn't realize he's actually just 21.
He's very young. He's very young. He was a great player in FIFA for the last couple of years. So you know, we all know him from there. But
his long range shots, man.
His composure on the ball for 21-year-old. Like you mentioned, he's a young guy. But the composure that he has.
Yeah, you have Tielemans who came in for Leicester, has had a great season. So
he's on loan from Monaco, but I think he's played very well considering the team.
And Wan-Bissaka, I think, especially because I play fantasy football a lot. Like he's been every fantasy football player's like favorite. Like 4.5 million.
And he would be a great signing for United next season. I mean, if you could put that money in.
Yeah, but no, I think he's signing a new contract.
We've seen that happen before, and United still get players.
Yeah, but I mean,
we have that pull actually as a
so but the thing is, when players come from Crystal Palace and they have sex with the manager's daughter, it doesn't work out well. Let's stay away from
at least we don't sign players from Southampton and win the league. So
at least they win the league.
They haven't won the league yet.
Or they are close. But okay, let's see who you guys think. I'm telling you, it's going to be Neves. I think it goes without saying. And David Brooks has had a good season. Right? Like he looks completely plain. Like he doesn't look like he has anything about him at all. David Brooks, but it's just.
I'm all for Bournemouth, man. They reverse Southampton they buy all our shitty players for all money. So I'm all for them doing well and David Brooks doing well.
All right. So now let's move on thinking about the future season. It's going to be. I think next season is going to be very interesting in terms of. I mean, City. Where do you all go from here? If you'll win the league. what do you even need to invest in the transfer market? Obviously, you will invest.
No, we have to reinforce certain positions.
Yes,
we don't have a replacement for Fernandinho yet. We don't have anyone at left back. Zinchenko is our best player there.
Right.
And probably if either
Mendy
of
you think is out?
Mendy will be in and out. Injuries will get him out, but he'll stay with the team. But we need a strong position player there. Then Otamendi and Gundogan may leave. There are rumors, so we might need some reinforcement, like as in there. Right. So I think a couple of players at least is something that I see. Nice.
What about Liverpool? Where do you guys? I think you need bench strength more.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's talking about Delete a lot because he plays with Virgil van Dijk in the national team. But I honestly think we have good cover in centre back also. I mean, Matip is a great player. We have Gomez coming through, was phenomenal before.
I love how you haven't mentioned Lovren at all.
Just I ignore him. But he's been
just don't sell him to United. That's all you want.
That's a good deal.
No, please. We will get relegated.
But I really think we need cover for full-back positions because Moreno is going to go, thankfully.
Oh yeah.
And then we'll need cover for left back and right back. So Gomez can play centre back.
Yeah.
And I really genuinely think we need two main players that we need is cover for Salah and Mane, like a good winger. Upcoming, maybe like someone like how when Ronaldo came in, when the old guard was leaving and Ronaldo came in, someone like that, and probably like a very good Coutinho-esque playmaker.
Yeah, like maybe somebody like a Julian Brandt.
Yeah, like a Julian Brandt, and he's 25 million is like a steal.
Yeah, actually. Yeah. And obviously for us, United, the big question is, and this is a question for the audience as well, and we'll discuss it. Is Pogba going to stay or not? Will he leave? Will he stay? What do you think, Mansahil?
I think Madrid won't be able to afford him. There's like 160 million and he's being very erratic, so probably purchasing him at that price point.
But I don't know, is he being erratic just because like he's not good enough, or is it just because he doesn't want to be here?
I think it's probably also due to the support he doesn't get from the squad. Sometimes it's just probably squad of mismanaged players.
Like for me personally, I've always found Pogba too into himself. Like
he's too inconsistent.
He's self-absorbed.
I think he doesn't have a good team around him as well. To be fair to him, he's a very talented player. You need better players around him. For him,
I think he needs a midfield leader, like a Roy Keane type person.
Definitely, like Roy Keane. Herrera was one.
So he can go to Madrid, he'll have better players around him.
Yeah, and Herrera obviously
he was, but sadly he's no longer there.
Yeah. I mean, who do we have now in midfield? You look at it, okay, we got Pogba, Matic.
McTominay is a brilliant player, no doubt about it.
He could be like the new Darren Fletcher.
Definitely. He can.
But Azeem, if you think about it, imagine you sell Pogba for 165 million.
Just to spite
and you reinvest that money into this team. Like what we did with Coutinho.
I really don't.
I would be happy with that.
I mean, like get like 3-4 good players to play around like McTominay and like Tahith Chong. Get those.
But that's how the story has been over the past 3-4 years. They are signing good players. It's not that they are not. It's just the moment they sign, you all be like, whoa, we've signed Fred, Fred is good, Sanchez is there, Sanchez plays good piano, they're so gung-ho about everyone. But then right after 3-4 months, they're all like...
Okay, what do you guys think? Is Pogba leaving or not? Let's find out. Pogba is going to leave. That's quite interesting, man. I wasn't expecting a lot of fans to think that Pogba is going to leave.
So 42% people have bought Pogba jerseys.
Oh man, that's terrible. But I don't know, man. Like Liverpool, you guys, what do you think? Origi is going to stay?
Yeah, I think Origi is going to get a new contract and a statue. If it would be in my hands, I'd give him a statue outside Anfield.
You can build one in Lokhandwala.
Yeah, I'll give it to him. Outside Three Wise Monkeys.
State of the club if they want an Origi statue. Come on.
And of course, I think Lallana is going to go. I think Sturridge is going to go. I think we're going to have a few bit of a clear out. But I think the core of the team is committed to the club. Unlike United, they really fight for each other. I mean, the Barca game, we could see it. Origi, the interview that he gave afterwards, that we did for the injured players. We did it for Salah and Firmino. To say that when you've not started the whole season, it was just great unity in the team, great chemistry.
You have to look at Chelsea as well. And before we discuss that, let me ask the audience. Similar question: is Hazard going to leave or not? And again, it's the same rumors with Real Madrid. But then there's the added complication of the transfer ban, right?
Which they've appealed for, but they've been rejected once already.
Yeah. So the transfer ban is what, they're allowed to sign one player?
No, allowed to sign any players. Only young players right now.
Okay, under 23.
So talking about lying and cheating and stealing, we should go City people.
Yeah.
So how do you deal with this, like transfer allegations?
We just win titles, win so many games.
What is your expertise on this?
That's what we look at.
What is the expertise on the transfer ban?
We've never had a transfer ban. It was FFP.
No, with the allegation.
It was FFP.
How do you
want the treble of allegations?
Yeah, so that's how you divert attention from the allegations. You win more games, you score more goals, and
spend more more people.
It's all the attention is all on field, not off it.
Okay, let's see. Is Hazard going to leave or not?
Oh.
Yeah, I think Hazard, so because it's very hard to keep him. Actually, they do have Champions League football, but I think like Hazard, it's been like one of those Ronaldo sagas, right? It was inevitable that he's going to leave.
Will he, won't he?
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe the transfer ban. I don't like. Do you feel he has that loyalty towards Chelsea? I don't think it really comes across.
Also, I don't know where he's going to go. If you ask me honestly, if you say he's going to go to Madrid, I don't think he's that player who's going to change the team. I mean, he's not like a Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Or like a Bale was in Tottenham. I don't think he's been that consistent that he can go and spearhead a team.
That's true.
I think Madrid probably go for a Mbappe in that sense.
Oh yeah.
Not like for a
of course,
Hazard,
the Galactico. The
Galacticos. Instead of like a Hazard, I think in a couple of years he's not going to be as good as he was.
Okay. And what about the North London clubs, do you think? Like Eriksen has 1 year in his contract. There's talk that maybe United are looking to sign him.
I know it's going to be controversial, but I think Spurs should just sell Kane. I mean, with the kind of players that they have right now, just sell Kane and reinvest that money because, you know...
But who do you get who's better than him?
No, but I'm saying you reinvest in the core of the team. Like, you know, the bench strength, the midfielders, the fullbacks. Because if you see the attacking...
And play without a striker.
No, they can't. How much
but they're playing amazingly without Kane. If you actually see them this season, when you see them without Kane, because you know what they've now...
You won
against the league without Kane.
Yeah, but that's because they were not playing together. I mean, if you see Eriksen, Ali and Son and Moura playing now, they're such technical players, you know. They feed off each other. I think Kane kind of sticks out like a sore thumb for me. I said it's an unpopular opinion, but that's what I feel.
Makes sense.
I don't know. I mean, you won it against Barcelona without Salah. Doesn't mean you don't play Salah against in big games.
Yeah,
I think he has been so consistent. He has been the most consistent English striker over
for the last 3 or 4
seasons.
He's the English captain. Come on, that comes with something.
Go on.
Yeah.
I don't... Does that?
That does. Sadly, you should know more. Gerrard was England captain.
Bro, even Scott Parker was England captain. उसका कुछ औकात नहीं है.
Julian Lescott was.
उसका कुछ औकात नहीं है.
Guys, Ashley Young is captain England. No, he hasn't.
No,
guys, just kidding.
इतना भी गोली खाया. Pun intended.
What do you think about Arsenal? Do you think what like Ozil? Do you think they're going to keep him, let him go?
Honestly, I don't think much about Arsenal, but since you've asked, probably I think he should stay. I like the player, and to be fair to him, again managers have been a little bit more harsh on him, and it's just that he is that creative player. You can't expect that work rate from every.
But do you think now the game has become like that, where the you know the luxury players are not allowed, or just like you can't? They bring the team down because of how high intensity the Premier League has become.
Like Azeem rightly said, you have to have both. I mean, look at a Bernardo Silva. You know, he's your flair player, a guile player. But look at the work rate. Look at the intensity of his play. Even Coutinho last season, you know, he really had to put the graft in.
Yeah.
And that is very important in the Premier League. I think that's why certain players don't succeed in the Premier League.
That's true. And speaking of that, let's ask the listeners, the viewers rather. What player do you want to see in the Premier League next season? Couple of interesting options. I would love to see De Ligt, hopefully at United.
Definitely.
Hopefully.
No,
Don't spoil another career, man. He's just too good.
No, I think he can have that sort of Van Dijk kind of effect at United.
Apparently, I read an article saying that United scouts are not sure about De Ligt because apparently his father's fat and he might follow suit.
I think you read it as Liverpool.
No, I'm honestly, you Google this. I read an article today about this.
Wow.
So this is what's going on.
We're not signing Rooney's kids then. But what Mbappe? You think any chance of Premier League?
I don't think.
It's too expensive for Premier League.
I think the wages are the problem. I don't think it's transfer. I think the wages are a problem, and I don't think. Which team would he come to? I mean, like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I think realistically, the only two clubs that could afford the wages are United or City.
City, yeah.
But City with Mbappe.
We don't spend so much on transfers, to be honest. I mean, on an individual player, we won't go all out and spend like 250 millions.
No, I see City signing Felix rather, you know, like Joao Felix. I see City signing him, someone like him, because Gabriel Jesus has been in and out of the team, so maybe like someone like a young player.
Let's see what you guys think, man. What are the results? Are they in? Yeah, everyone wants to see De Ligt. Yeah, I think it would be a delight to see. Padam dish. All right.
Mbappe would be just
Mbappe, yeah. I don't think he's ready like for Premier League.
What about Koulibaly? No, Koulibaly of United.
Koulibaly, yeah, good.
Leader,
good
because I think leader instead of a youngster. I think a leader in the team right now.
Oh, dono le lo, bahut paisa. Okay, guys, now it's time for the predictive polls. As you guys know, and we mentioned this up top, this is stuff where you can actually win $50 on Insider Stash and potentially jersey of your club, original jersey, not like first copy and all from Bandra. We were having an entire discussion with first copy. It's still a copy. I don't care if it's first, second, doesn't matter. So our first question, and we're going to discuss this in depth. Who's going to win the title tomorrow, guys? Is it going to be City? Is it going to be Liverpool? What's going to happen?
City.
I don't know.
City.
My mind says City,
England,
my heart
goal.
says Liverpool, especially after the Barca game. It's been crazy. Like anything can happen right now.
I just get the feeling that there's going to be some stupidity, like there's going to be like a red card or something for City tomorrow. I don't know.
I don't know. It can happen to our end also. I mean, the players have to be superhuman at this point. The kind of pressure they are under.
Yeah, and like the
players, we couldn't
expenditure.
afford to lose or drop even a single point since January 29. It's been tough, man.
I've never seen a league season this competitive. It's just
Well, it's only
crazy.
two
Can't
people
beat
competing,
this.
but it's
And
crazy.
the top four is full YOLO. It's like, tu le le.
Nobody wants it.
Yeah, literally, like for the last 4-5 weeks, everyone was like, नहीं, हम हक देते, कोई problem नहीं. Yeah, bindas.
It's just
Crazy. Okay, let's see. What does the Janta believe? City for the title? I don't think there's any major surprises there, but still surprisingly 32%. I think that's all Liverpool supporters over there. There's not a single supporter of any club. And also another argument and a debate is who's going to win the Golden Boot, and we'll ask this to the viewers as well. This is your second predictive question. Get this right and you know what you're going to win. Who's going to win the Golden Boot for this season?
I think Mo Salah.
I think the best one-season wonder there ever has been, if you ask me, after Michu, is Mo Salah. I think Mo Salah has just been immense. I mean, all the criticism he's faced this season, the injuries, everything that's gone against him, the Islamophobia, everything that's gone against him. He's just done it brilliantly.
But Mane has also stepped up
Mane.
a lot this
It'll be
season.
banter if Mane wins it. Imagine Mane again putting in Salah's face.
It'll be crazy. What about Aubameyang? Who are Arsenal playing final day?
Arsenal, Burnley, I think.
Burnley.
Yeah, I think Arsenal.
But yeah, I mean, Aubameyang hat-trick potentially put a spanner in the works.
Vokes hat-trick, more like Sam Vokes hat-trick. Burnley's been great this season. I won't be surprised if Burnley beats them.
That's true. Yeah, Burnley had a really strong season.
And Aubameyang scored the hat-trick in midweek, so I think.
And there's of course
I don't think they
Aguero
have
as
anything
well.
to play for.
Yeah.
But there's Aguero also potentially.
Yeah, Aguero could hat-trick.
Couple of goals.
Needs a hat-trick.
Aguero! Just like scores a hat-trick in
I
stoppage
honestly
time.
don't want that. Just win it in the first half and.
Yeah, but then where's the fun in that? Like I know you want it, but then subconsciously you're hoping like just let it be some epic last-minute victory.
If you're alive till the fun comes, that's
Yeah.
what matters. I don't think I'll be able to stay alive.
All right, cool. Finally, let's see what the votes are. I think it's going to be Salah for sure. Oh, overwhelmingly Salah. Come on, guys, have confidence in other
Some
players.
fate.
Yeah,
No
this
faith
is
in other players.
Bhakts just.
This is like
Egypt has taken over the poll.
I got the Mohi. All right, guys. I think this was a really fun chat. Thanks so much for coming in, all of
Thank
you
you for
guys.
having us.
Best of luck to the both of you. Best of luck to the both of us.
Next season is your season. ये रट ले अभी.
Next season is our season.
आएगा मेरा
All right,
कुछ तो आएगा.
cool. So all the best to all the teams that are playing tomorrow. Thanks to the entertainment store in Lower Parel for sending us these cool funky mugs, and the ball has stayed on the table.
Whoa.
Okay, say don't jinx it, don't jinx it.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So that's been a lot of fun. We will be back with the live shows on Insider on Monday night with Rohan Joshi with the Game of Thrones show Beyond the Wall, which is not a show about Ashley Young's free kicks because they never make it beyond the wall. All right, thank you so much. Everyone say bye to camera. Bye to camera.
Champions of England.
TV girls, you all want to? Okay, then.
Nah.